Welcome back to Up Front. We are looking ahead to the election Tuesday with our political panel, Christian Schneider of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and John Nichols of the Capital Times. We were continuing our conversation during the break. I do want to give you each a brief moment to talk about what has occurred in the last few weeks. You saw Ron Johnson kind of keep his distance from Donald Trump. He said he would support him, he'd vote for him, but kept his distance. Now he's appeared at a rally in Eau Claire, and he's ramped up the rhetoric at times here in the final days. Christian Schneider, any danger in him doing that?
You know, I wrote months ago that it was a real problem for Ron Johnson if Trump was the nominee. And all across the country, it turns out that's not the case, that you have a lot of Republicans who are polling ahead of Donald Trump. You know, he was asked about impeachment and then said, you know, maybe this is an impeachable offense, something to that effect. I just think Feingold's been caught completely flat-footed by this last month of the campaign. It looks like he's completely unprepared, which, I mean, this is kind of what Johnson did in 2010. So Feingold shouldn't be that surprised, but it just looks like Feingold just had no idea what was hitting him.
John Nichols?
I like that we disagree.
Oh, nice.
Because, look, you talk about somebody flat-footed or surprised or something. Ron Johnson's melted down in the last week of this campaign. He's literally been on national TV talking about swamp creatures.
And that's why he's gaining?
No, I don't know that he's gaining. That's the thing.
Okay.
This is the important thing to recognize. He has had some polls that are relatively close, but he has never been ahead of Feingold. And at the point where he was coming, maybe closing some of the gap, he starts talking about swamp creatures. He starts talking about impeachment. He talks about how much he dislikes Russ Feingold, going way beyond the Wisconsin style. And so at the end of the day, I have a sense that Ron Johnson may be blowing it at the end when he ought to be going high end and instead kind of really took the low road.
I've got to ask you a quick question about congressional races. 8th District, Mike Gallagher, Tom Nelson. Any surprise expecting that race, or do you expect Gallagher to win?
Gallagher's going to win going away. And that's kind of the one hope that Trump has, is that up there in that Green Bay, Fox Valley area, that his voters will all come out there. But I think that one's baked.
Do you agree, Joe?
I think that the Trump factor in northern Wisconsin across the board has been, and that may even come into some of the legislative ones. There you have a case where Donald Trump may be helping Republicans.
You mentioned the legislature, so it's 1914 Republican majority in Wisconsin right now. Yeah. Will it be 1914 at the end, or are there surprises we don't know about that will change the composition?
I think that there is a very good chance that Mark Harris wins the Fond du Lac-Oshkosh seat. They're certainly spending a ton of money to try and stop him, but he seems to be doing pretty well up there. I also think the surprise race, or the one that everybody's watching right now, is the Luther Olson race. That's a rural district. It's a Republican-leaning district, without a doubt. But
Wapaka Mayor Brian Smith.
Yeah, he's and Brian Smith has proven to be a very effective kind of small-town Democrat, something we don't, frankly, see enough of in Wisconsin politics.
Yeah, I think the Senate comes back exactly where it is. Luther Olson's been, I mean, people are used to going to electing him over and over. He's been there for decades, so I think he'll be fine.
You think no change, though? No change?
Yeah, I think Republicans hold the seat up there in Fond du Lac, and I think they come back pretty much where they are.
Madison looks a lot like it did before the election, in other words.
Yeah, I think
seriously,
that's right.
Yeah. All right, Christian Schneider, the columnist for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and USA Today. John Nichols, associate editor of the Capital Times and correspondent for The Nation. Guys, great to have you back on the program.
Thanks.
Our editorial partner, WisPolitics.com, is tracking campaign spending in Wisconsin. We were talking about that. You'll find the latest on the election blog at WisPolitics.com. Coming up next on Up Front, looking past the election and asking, how do we move forward?